Hello, my name is Nicolas Samayoa, and I was asked to moderate topic number 10. Topic number 10 is building a new venture team. Building a new venture team is very important and critical to a firm's success. We're going to discuss the chapter objectives first. So, the first chapter objective is to explain the liabilities of newness. The second objective is describe the new venture team and discuss the primary elements that form such a team. Also, another objective is going to be to identify professional advisors and explain the role they play in a new venture. And last but not least, we're going to explain why new venture team might use consultants to obtain advice and gain experience from them. Now we're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of starting a new venture with a team. So I can think of a very clear advantage of starting with a team. The more people you bring up to a table means the more talent you're going to bring, the more knowledge you're going to bring, and the more experience you're going to bring. Also, with more people comes more perspectives, right? So people can help each other out to sort out conflicts and see different solutions for different problems. But also, I can think of a very clear unadvantage, right? Disadvantage. That is, the more people you have working together, the more conflict you're gonna have. Conflict will occur when people are working together because of the different opinions. Some conflict is positive, but some conflict is negative. And when that negative conflict interferes with the progress of the firm, that's when it becomes a real serious issue. So we're gonna start with the new venture team. The new venture team is the people that take an idea and complete the process of making it into a fully functioning firm. That can involve the founder, that can involve key employees, and can involve board of directors and board of advisors. Usually teams are not conformed of many people at the beginning. As the firm is growing, people are going to be added to the team. So the second concept we're going to talk about is the liability of newness. What liability of newness talks about is that the experience that goes on in a new venture team and how that affects the probability of success or failure. A way you could treat the liability of newness is adding team members that have previous entrepreneur experience or previous industry experience. In adding those two is going to severely lower your percentage of failure due to an experience. So looking into building the new venture team, we have to analyze so when we're looking to build a new venture team and look at the individuals, there are some characteristics and abilities that we have to look at to build a successful team. So the first segment we're going to look at is the education level. So obviously the higher education level your team members have, the more knowledge, the more talented, and the more intelligent they're going to be when talking about concepts of business. Also, the second one is prior entrepreneurial experience. This is very important because team members that have prior experience in entrepreneur will make less mistakes. Less mistakes means saving money, and less mistakes can take you to be a successful venture. The third but not least is the prior industry experience. When I talk about prior industry experience, I talk team members that have been working on the industry you're trying to enter, because they're gonna know the competition better. They're gonna know the ins and outs of the industry, and that could really help you gain that competitive advantage to be a successful firm. So new ventures can use 4 sources of labor. The first source of labor is a full or part-time employee. So like any other employee that comes to work, works from 8 to 5, and he's done. You could also have an intern. An intern meaning a student that is about to graduate college and he's trying to gain experience. You bring him in, not paid, you can pay him or not pay him, but he can help a new venture with experience from college. The third is a freelancer or contractor, which means that they're paid by the new venture, but they're not necessarily required to be there. They work on their own time, their own schedule, with their own equipment, and they just perform many tasks for a company. And the last but not least is a virtual assistant that is very common now in this time because of their it's very cheap to contract them if you hire someone from Asia or different part of the world where labor is cheaper. You can have them work for you virtually and accomplish many tasks and be cheap labor. So now we're gonna talk about the board of directors. The board of directors is a very important group that can help a lot a new venture. So the board of directors is a group of individuals chosen by the stakeholders or the founder to help as people who give advice and share their experience, but also make decisions in the firm. A board of directors can be conformed of outside directors and inside directors. The outside directors refers to people that are not employed by the company, and the inside directors refers to people that work for the company but also serve as board members. The board of directors have three responsibilities. The first responsibility is to appoint the officers of the firm, meaning the people who run the firm. The second responsibility is to declare dividends, meaning how much of the profits they're gonna give back to the stakeholders. The third, but not least, is to oversee the affairs of the corporation, meaning that if something is going wrong with the corporation, they're gonna be the ones that have to make the decision to change the path of the firm. The board of directors usually meets 3 or 4 times a year as much, but also if they need to come together more, they can do so. Board of director members can be paid or can serve as honorary members where they don't need to get paid. So two very important things that board of directors bring to the table when advising a company are the following. The first is provide guidance, meaning that because many of the members of the board have a bunch of experience in the industry, their advice is really gonna serve much more than someone that doesn't have the previous experience. So that experience and that guidance is really gonna help the company go the right path. The second and very important aspect that they're gonna bring into the table is lending legitimacy. That is basically because of their power that they have had or their experience in the industry. By having them on your board of directors is gonna bring prestige to the firm. So there are two other groups that can help a new venture with guidance, expertise, and credibility. The first is board of advisors. The second one is lender and investors. We're gonna talk about board of advisors first. So board of advisors is a group of people that have expertise in the industry and that are willing to give advice and serve as consultants for the firm. The difference between board of directors and board of advisors is that the board of advisors are not legally responsible for the decisions they make or advise the firm. No. Also, and board of advisors can be set up for specific topics or for general, more broad run of the firm. So the board of advisors, also the benefit from the board of directors is that more people are willing to serve as board of advisors because of the separation of legal responsibilities, right? So it's they have less responsibilities and less liabilities serving as board of advisors. Now we're going to talk about lender and investors. So the lender and investors are people who give money or capital to the firm And by giving capital or to the firm, they obviously become more involved in the function of the firm. So they can also provide guidance, expertise, and involvement in the firm to make sure it gets where they want to so they can get their money back. So thank you for your time. This was the presentation of topic 10, building a new venture team. And I think I covered all the areas corresponding to how to build a new venture team efficiently, what benefits and negatives can it bring to bring a board of advisors, a board of directors, or other professional lenders or investors, and everything you need to know to start your firm the right way with the right team. Thank you.